It's a little shady. I can't see that. Fine. There we go. My bad. Random ass shit. All right, smoke time. I want to see how this GMO cookies taste with the opal by Maven Genetics. It looks super keefy as shit, so I know it's gonna hit for a while. That's the one thing I love about GMO cookies is it's just like it basically just grinds up into keef. It's a nice, beautiful day. I'm only like just getting outside. I only just taking a shower like half an hour ago. Don't worry, I got a guitar too, so if we want to talk music, we want to play some songs, all that good shit, we could do all that. Yeah, GMO cookies with opal. It's pretty damn nice. I guess, honestly, GMO cookies with opal might be close to what, might be close to what, Widow's Glaze is. Because Widow's Glaze is Medusa and GMO. Maybe, maybe not. I didn't realize as many people like GMO as I did. GMO is a very popular strain in Australia. It's actually, I think it's the most popular strain in Australia. Or one of like top 10. But it goes by T25 Topaz. By Canada Track. Yeah. I will say Opal by Maven Genetics. I'll do a review on that, but a little spoiler of it. It's more like a past strain for me. It's good, but it doesn't like stand out. That's the thing about it. Like, there's no characteristics of it that make me be like, oh my god, I gotta get Opal. Where some of the other ones have a little bit of something that make me be like, oh, I'd like to find more of that. Yeah. So that's what I've noticed. I've been doing with Opal a lot of the times is if I'm smoking Maven Genetics Opal, usually I'll mix it. The John 70, what up, dog? Got some GMO cookies and Maven Genetics Opal. That's what I was talking about. Opal is like, the Opal actually tastes like it sounds it would, almost like blueberries. It's like a blueberry floral sort of thing. But as I was saying, it's not like a standout straight. Like there's nothing about that particular one. Well, I'm just like, yeah, I need to buy that again. Whereas like I've had Widow's Glaze is really good. Widow's Glaze I'd buy again just off of the smell. It's like, oh my god, it's beautiful. Um, but Orange Bellini is really good too. Like Orange Bellini is a really good sativa. Like if you really need to get shit done, you hit some Orange Bellini, and like first of all, it tastes like, uh, uh, it almost tastes like a peach cobbler. Uh, GMO versus permanent marker. I'd pick permanent marker. But I was talking about that on Instagram. If somebody crossed the two, that'd be like amazing. Like a GMO cross with permanent marker, that'd be an amazing strain. But it's really just depends on what you're looking for. With GMO is like super super stanky. Like it's super stanky, and not like a normal weed stank. Not like skunk. Not like, it legit smells like something foul. Like almost like body odor. It's weird, but I love the smell because I know it, and then it's just like I love the smell not because I think it smells good, but just because I automatically associate it with GMO. So that's that, and GMOs are really good as far as like stony highs. Like which one's the heavier indica? Mm. I almost want to give the edge to GMO cookies for being a heavier indica, but nah, they do they. Mm, I'd say they're both equally as heavy. The difference being permanent marker is a more like head rush indica high, where like it literally almost feels like you got a sugar high, minus the jitteriness. Like you know how like when you get a sugar high, it just fucking hurts sometimes, but like you still kind of like are jittery and on the move and shit. Imagine the minus the jittery, on the move, and then your head is just like fuck. That's what permanent marker feels like. Permanent marker, like it goes straight to the head and just feels like a fucking head rush. GMO cookies is more like body. So like, I feel like if you walked into a shop and you wanted to buy some mids and they had GMO cookies on the mids list, that'd be your best bet for all the mids because it's just like it's reliable. I don't do mid, so let me just put that out there. It said smell reflects the potency. GMO, hell yeah. Of permanent marker, not like super loud. Like it smells great, but it's still in that sort of candy flavor ish sort of thing. You know, that candy vibe, candy strains. So like those aren't gonna be as. I've noticed that like the candy strains aren't like super like punch you in the face as far as like the nose. But GMO cookies is just like GMO cookies. You open a little jar and it's gonna light up the room. You could have like a little eighth, and that GMO cookies eighth is gonna light up a whole room, like a decent sized room. People are like, yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to describe. Like I almost want to say garlic, but I don't want to say garlic because garlic is kind of cliche because GMO, garlic, mushroom, onions. But to be completely, yeah, it kind of smells like garlic and onions. It's like, yeah, almost like old garlic and garlic and onions, garlic and onions. Yeah, something like that. But anyway, it's a great strain. It's automatically, it's like just, but yeah, it will just like if you ever, as somebody who had my medical for insomnia, T25 Topaz, aka GMO cookies. That's what it's T25 Topaz in Australian market. Um, if I ever needed to fall asleep, I just hit a couple bowls of that and I'd be done, out. Game over, man. Game over. And that's why I loved it. And then like I didn't get a tolerance from it per se, but like I have a high tolerance anyway. So like if I need to be up, I'll be up. But like if I don't need to be up, the weed is not gonna put me down, you know. But it'll be a couple times I smoke with a couple people with the GMO, and like they're not like big smokers, so they would hit it and they would be fucked, and I'd just be like, yo, it'd be funny as shit. Sloppy. What's that from? Oh, that's Dream Theater. That little section from Take the Time. Took me a while to remember that. Just the, because I always remember this finger position. That always stuck with me, but for some reason, that didn't stick with me. So I'd be spending like time trying to figure out like, is it little shit like that. Oops, talking about the fuzz. Well, there's no right or wrong setting, but it's just like the approach. If that's like the approach that people oftentimes are going for is different than the original way that's done. So a lot of times people end up thinking they're taking steps forward to get closer to the tone, while inadvertently taking steps back, because automatically it's just like, if you want the tone, just get the gear, or as close as possible as you can get. Um, but yeah, there's no right or wrong, cause like you got players like take Philip Sace, like when he uses a fuzz, I've seen his fuzz settings. It's nowhere close to what I would use. It's like literally, I think it's like closer to the opposite, where he's got his fuzz all the way up, and then the volume at like 10 o'clock or so. Which I've done that before. It sounds like, if you do that, so like if you take, let's just use my tone for an example from like videos before this year, because I obviously don't have any fucking amps or anything. But you take my tone. If I were to take the fuzz face and use it how I normally would, which is basically fuzz all the way, or fuzz low usually, and volume pretty much just a little bit off from full up, it sounds very similar to basically fuzz all the way up, but the volume at like 10 or 11 o'clock. The main difference, in my opinion, though, that I hear is there's more bottom end and body to the actual tone. So like if you want a thinner sort of thing, you could do that. But then even the roll-offs are a little weird too. So yeah, it's kind of, yeah. Ah, that she shines. Um, 4 different amps. I got an orange and a Marshall SLP 100. My Marshalls both fuzz and volumes around 4 o'clock. Orange, yeah. So, is the SLP 100 the Super Lead? Is that the name for the Super Lead? I don't know the names for like the modern Marshall. I was actually talking to a homie yesterday, because we were having a debate about like Marshalls and all that shit, and it was funny because the debate, at the end of the day, what I was trying to say, the debate was basically between those PRX Hendrix amps and then like an actual Marshall amp. And then we were basically trying to say that like the 20-watt PRS amps sound closer to the vintage amp that he has, which is probably true, but it's almost like there's two factors that really change that. One, the volume that you're playing, and then two, if you really, really want to compare the apples to apples, you compare like parts. So like, you can't compare an off-the-shelf Marshall that has like whatever the standard Marshall parts are, and then compare that directly to a vintage one and be like, oh, it doesn't sound like it, because obviously it doesn't. It's just like, a a 62 reissue, like an American 62 reissue, compared to a real 1962 Strat. It's probably not that close. It's probably just as close as, a 1970 whatever Marshall head versus a 2024 Marshall head. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, there was a whole debate with that, and it was just like, yeah, all right, whatever. But it was annoying because like the debate wasn't, how you're saying one thing and another person is saying a whole nother thing. It's like somebody moving the goalpost. So like you'll make one statement and then they'll say something else, but like the something else that they're saying kind of doesn't really match at all what you were saying over here. So now you have to address what they're saying over here while still addressing what you're saying. It was just a whole clusterfuck. Nico, Nico, shouts out to Nico. Appreciate you, bro. I wonder if oh, this is this little ass pic. Not little pic, but so what y'all want to talk about? Y'all got any questions? Y'all got any answers? Y'all got any debates? I'd be like, Dilla, who want the smoke? The funky vibe. This guitar stayed in tune really, really well. To the point where I haven't really had to, like, that little adjustment that I just had to do is probably one of 2 times I've had to do it, and I've had this guitar for like, what's today, the 8th? The 7th? When did I get this? A few weeks ago. So that's really good. Take care, Nico. What taking a break from painting? Um, Jerry, what is the hardest part about what's the one most tedious thing in your opinion for you when you're making guitars? Like the one thing that's just like, oh fuck. Like when you get there you're just like, God damn it. I can't wait to be done with this shit. And then once you get over, you're like, what's that one thing? I'm just curious. Tony, we want to see your funky boot collection. I don't have anything. I have like some fake Yeezys. My boots are in. I only have one pair of real cool boots, the snakeskin ones, but they're in Australia. Tony 82. Who are you? There can only be one. Anthony 82 or Antonio. Don't make me come out here and show my goddamn ID. With my name on it. I be proud of that bitch too. I be checking people for real. What's your name? You know, people in California, where you from? I be checking people. What's your name? What's your real name? I don't even know why I started busting that out because that's not a song I normally would play. My fingers wouldn't normally go there. Am I or have I ever been associated with the Communist Party? I don't know nothing about that. Probably the fret. You know what? I'm not surprised that you said that. I was thinking maybe the frets or the inlays. If I'm not using aftermarket neck, hate fretwork, yeah. Hate the buffing. Hell yeah, okay. The Rev King. Good question, Rev King. Not really a good question, but funny question. Did I say anything communist? Have I done anything to make you feel as though I associate with any party? Ooh, I like. You fed up with Tab? Are you fed up with Tab? Are you done with the bullshit on the internet? Are you just not a bitch? Well, come on and get you some guitar lessons for Tony Battle. Hit me up on Instagram. That's the best way to do it. You tell me what you want to learn, and I sit there and teach you. You just, I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. No, Diddy. I guess we can say no Diddy now because it's kind of. I've been saying no Pope since Lil Beat, so that's like 2009. But yeah, I teach you. What you want to learn? I'm not gonna play it here because then that's like a free lesson. But yeah, hit me up on Instagram at TonyBattle17 at TonyBattle17 The numbers, not the letters. Yeah, I got you. I got you. At TonyBattle1. I think I'm cute. No, I'm sexy. I got the that drive the girls wild. I got the move. That really. Let me stop playing. But no, I'm not playing with that tag. What you call it though? Hit me up on Instagram. I got you. Favorite guitars? Shit. I guess it's got to be Jimmy. Nah, my other like top five. I say Jimmy, Eric Gales. I feel like I'm forgetting a very important number two. Well, we're gonna say Jimmy, Eric Gales, Jesse Johnson, Dimebag Darrell, Nuno Betancourt. Yeah, that'll be my top five. But I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, so I might have to do like a top 10. Or what I do is every now and then I write down a list because I know I'll be forgetting like very crucial people, and it's just like, how do you forget your favorite? Da da da. And it's just like, well, because I don't be sucking dick, so like, I just be forgetting sometimes. Like, but anyway, yeah, um, yeah. So, but yeah, if I had to pick a number, just a number one, yeah, we'll give it to Jimmy. We'll give it to Jimmy, and not like Jimmy by way of, oh, I really, really actually love SRV. And since I love Stevie Ray Vaughan and he loved Jimmy, I'm a huge Jimmy fan. I mean, like, no, like, you'll hear me play Jimmy songs and it'll sound like the Jimmy version of the song, not like Stevie Ray Vaughan version of the song. No shade on anybody that does that, though. Shouts out to y'all. But let's be real. Let's be real. Did I say Jesse Johnson? Jesse Johnson would be like a sixth if I didn't say him in the thing. His Little Wing was great. If you want a great Little Wing, listen to Eric Gales or Alex on Instagram. Play Little Wing. Alex is Leslie on 6. LESIAN 6. The number 6. On Instagram. And Eric Gales. Stevie Ray Vaughan basically plays the same version that everybody plays. And it's just an extended instrumental version of Little Wing. Which really is just like great, cool. You know, like it's the same exact song. Like he just, that's what everybody does. Like anybody who's a good guitar player plays an amazing straight through Little Wing. Like it's hard to be a good guitar player, play Little Wing, and it not be good if you're just playing it straight through. The reason why I single out Eric Gales is because his doesn't sound, it's like he does something with the song. Like he makes it his own as opposed to I'm just playing the song straight. And then I'm just playing the solo, like an extended solo in E minor pentatonic. You know, like anybody who's playing like a 30-minute solo on that song, yeah, everybody's gonna be like, wow, that's a great version. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's an amazing guitar player. Like, yeah, you're obviously right. It's great, but like, is there anything that stands out other than just a long solo? Nah. But shouts out to the versions where he did sing though, because those are cool. Derek and the Dump, that's another great one too, by the way. Yes, often forgot about, but that is a great version of the song. So yes, Eric Gales, Alex, Derek and the Dominoes, my 3 favorite versions of Little Wing outside of Jimmy's. And since we're talking about cover songs, honestly, my favorite version of All on the Watchtower might be Buddy Miles's. Buddy Miles' version is just as good as Jimmy's, in my opinion, because he's not trying to be Jimmy, and he's not trying to be Bob Dylan. Like he just literally just took the song. Listen to Buddy Miles. Mine is whatever you think about Buddy Miles. There's a lot of people that have negative opinions about Buddy Miles, whatever. I don't really care. And by the way, Buddy Miles was an amazing guitar player, like a better guitar player than he was a drummer. Like by far. If you ever hear Buddy Miles play guitar, like it's like he was a master. Like it. The first time I ever saw Buddy Miles play guitar, I thought it was like I didn't know what I was watching. I'm just like, this can't be real. Like, there's got to be somebody in the back playing or something. Like, there's no way this motherfucker is lighting it up like this. He was lighting it up. He was just sitting there playing lefty, because you know he's a lefty player, and then just like, pretty sure he plays like Albert King style too. So he's just killing it. And he has some really, really good bends. His fingers are like super big. Him and what was the dude's name? He passed kind of recently. I think he did. But there's this one dude, he used to play strats, and he used to play like a lot of Yngwie type stuff. Black dude used to play Yngwie, but he had like sausage fingers. But he was really, 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 really good. Like he would play Yngwie stuff like effortlessly. He just like he just kill it. But yeah, Buddy Miles, like, don't stop this live to listen to it. Just listen to it after this live. I need this engagement. I need y'all. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. I need that engagement. But yeah, I'm telling you, Buddy Miles you'll hear Buddy Miles' version all on the Watch Show. You'll be like, oh shit. And he sang the fuck out of it. Like, people can say whatever they want. Buddy Miles had a great voice. Buddy Miles was like, An amazing musician who doesn't get enough credit, as a matter of fact. Like, I feel like people just stop him at Band of Gypsies. Like, you get Black Flag, you get Band of Gypsies, and then some people go to like a couple of his solo stuff and then just kind of stop like at them changes. That's what it is. It's like you get Black Flag, Band of Gypsies, and then them changes album. And that's where everybody stops. And I'm kind of guilty of this myself. But I'm not guilty of being unaware of his actual musicianship because he's an amazing guitar player, damn solid drummer, and was a great fucking singer. So, Buddy Miles, man. Jimmy would have lived. What do you think he would have sounded? Evolved until the new gear came out. Rabbit hole question. Yeah, because that's the one thing. Like he was always using the new shit. So like, I think even today he might even be using like modern amps for real. It's possible. I mean, I don't know, but it's possible. Cause like when he started using the Univibe, it came out in '68. He got one in '69. You know, like the new shit, he was using it. When the Wah first came out, he wasn't the first to get it. Eric Clapton kind of inspired that, which that's a whole nother rabbit hole we can talk about in itself. Everything Jimmy did, Eric Clapton did first. That's gonna ruffle some feathers. But Eric Clapton was racist. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts, your thoughts, your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scrolls. Cut that bitch off. Next caller. Shouts out Don Vincent. He followed me on Instagram for a minute, and then I think his page got deleted. And his new page, he don't follow me. I don't think he might, but I don't think he does. But for the longest time, up until I say last year, as a matter of fact, his actual personal page was following me. So shouts out to him. What is something that you've noticed that other people live playing the media makes you go, oh, that's just an intermediate player? If they sound like me, because I'm not no pro. Or are you asking because I'm like, what perspective do you put me at? That'll help me answer the question better. Because I look at myself as more of a sort of like beginner, like super intermediate at best. At best. So like, or I don't even, nah, I don't know. You almost got me. You almost got me. You almost got me. I don't be humble. I be modest, but like I'm not even trying to be like, oh, I don't think, I just like, this is actually what I think. You could ask like my ex-girlfriends and shit, like, what does Tony really think about his guitar playing? And they'll be like, this motherfucker. I try to tell him he's good and he just doesn't believe it. I don't really believe in it. Like I don't that outward validation shit don't really phase me. This is why it'd be funny when people be telling me how much money they make and shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you impressing? Like, look at me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, I'm not impressed by no type of accolades. I'm not impressed by no type of people's validations. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't feel it, I just don't feel it. And majority of the time, I don't be feeling like what I play is good. There are times when I do feel like it's good. Like I'll tell you, do I sing much, Tony? Live, yeah. When I was in Australia, I was getting I was getting a lot more comfortable singing because I was singing out live so much and playing live a lot. But now, like, it's been months since I played for anybody. So, like, yeah, I don't really be singing as much. But anyway, Yeah. Oh, that one clip that I think is actually really good that I did. Sorry, is that Spanish Castle Magic solo. I thought that was really good, but like a lot of other shit that I play, I'm just like, a house burning down. Oh man, I feel like I've got some good ones. I got some bad ones that are around on the internet and like scattered. But I feel like I was the only one that figured out the rhythm because the first time I ever heard anybody play House Burning Down was uh female guitar player. I forget her name. She's skinny. I feel like she's Polish or something like that. But I heard her play it, and at first I was like, hell yeah. And then when they got to the verse, I was like, oh. There was something about like it's like it almost felt like they didn't try to get the verse sounding how it's supposed to sound. So then I had to like learn it, and I think I got some help from Nick. So yeah, that's actually a really good song to develop your rhythm skills. You can tap your foot. Can you hear that? Well, I asked my friend, where is that smoke coming from? Since talking changed the subject, and said I think it might snow some. So I left him sipping his tea, and I jumped on the chair and rode off to see just why and who could it be this time? Sisters and brothers, Taylor's mother standing around crying. I wasn't trying to really sing, but you kind of get that sort of thing. But good reminder on that. I be forgetting a lot of songs I be playing because I just don't play as much Jimmy these days anymore. It's like so many other people are playing it more and more and more and doing the same shit. I'm just like, and I never like to do the same shit as other people. Like, I get that they're like, you'll be part of a little crowd that does it, and then that crowd starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't like to follow crowds and shit. So if I feel like I'm part of a crowd, I'll just be like, yeah, sayonara. But kudos, shouts out to y'all. No hate over there, you know what I'm saying? So no hate on that. Like I still remember a lot of the songs, but like it's a lot that I forgot and this and that. But yeah, I just be seeing so many people do all the same songs. This is why I hate hearing Little Wing all the time live. I'm like, everybody plays Little Wing. It's just like, can y'all learn a song that nobody plays? This is one of the reasons why I learned House Burning Down. Who do you hear playing House Burning Down? Number one, it's not even about who plays it the best these days. It's who the fuck do you even hear play it? So, what's some other ones? I was playing Bold as Love like all the way through for the longest time. Was never hear anybody playing it all the way through. Like that second solo. Just never hear anybody play that. Hell yeah, I'm toot my own horn. But am I lying though? I might tell a joke, but I never tell a lie. Close my eyes. Something like that. I can't remember. I was trying not to look. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I never got into them. And then anytime somebody mentions Red Hot Chili Peppers, I'm always just like, just listen to Fishbone. They're just like, Fishbone to me is if Red Hot Chili Peppers had good lyrics and more musicianship and horns and black. But yeah, I never. There's a couple Red Hot Chili Pepper songs that I fuck with, like Under the Bridge. You can't not like Under the Bridge. That's just a good song. But then like I might be living in California, but I'm not from California. So like I don't want to hear every song. It's just like gibberish. And then that's what Red Hot Chili Peppers sounds like to me. And it's just like if I just want funk, I just listen to niggas play funk. Like seriously. But no shade to them, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just my musical opinion. Like don't get mad, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, it's all cool. It's all cool. Shouts out. What's his name? Fashanti. Good great player, great player. Shouts out to him. He cool. They got a couple cool songs, you know what I'm saying? What's that song? Californication is actually a good song. I can't say good album, good song. Some other ones. Under the Bridge, I already said that. Scar Tissue is a cool song. I'm not gonna say good, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So they got some heat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they are a bad band. They got heat. I'm just saying personally, you know, it's just like not my favorite. And if I was gonna listen to a similar band, I would just listen to what is it? I would just listen to Fishbone. For real. That's just me though. That is a decent. I feel like I skip a few quite a few songs. But if it was one album that, if it was like, all right, you got to pick one Red Hot Chili Pepper album, and you can't listen to any other ones, I'll be like, all right, just give me that one. That'd be easy pick, like, boom. But like, otherwise, I'd honestly rather listen to John Mayer than Red Hot Chili Peppers. What was I doing? I feel like that's a song. I can't remember the song. But then that made me want to go into Smile Bomb. If you know where Smile Bomb comes from, and you live in California, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna send you a present. Alex done some awesome. Oh, Alex from Leslie on Alex. Alex does a lot of great covers. He knows his shit. Um, mm, that was Yu Yu Hakusho, by the way. I didn't think there was any anime fans, so I just kind of nobody ever covers Laughing Sam's Dice. Um, have I? I don't think I've ever covered it either. As a matter of fact, I feel like, well, at least like I've never covered like top to bottom, but technically I've covered parts of it because I always play like the NWO theme. Mm. And then that's the Hey Joe part. And then where is it? There's a Highway Child part in there too. So yeah, I've covered bits and pieces of Laughing Sam's Dice. But what keys in? That was that E. So that's the best I can do right now. It sounds weird when you don't have like all the gear and shit, but yeah. So that's the best I was gonna do. Hush now. Um, nah, you're thinking about the wah part. The wah part comes from Laughing Sam's Dice. If we're thinking about the same part, then yeah. Um, ooh, did I get the Shishan chords? That might be at these days, or these days it is my favorite Eric Gale song, but it might actually now be my absolute favorite Eric Gale song of all time. Which is wild because I used to skip it. It used to be like an instant skipper. Like as soon as I heard, yeah, I wouldn't even get that far. I just skip it to the next song, whichever the next song was. So, but now it's just like, fuck, that's just a great song. And then the chord work that he does. So I don't know if he's stacking chords on the verse. Yeah, not the verse. Well, yeah, the verse. I mean, no, the pre-chorus and the chorus. I feel like he stacks chords. And then one thing I've also noticed too is like you can do it here. It's like I need to have some tea or something, like a good hot coffee. Climbing round. Sorry, my voice is fucked. It's like coloring. So I don't like it bringing the hair, but you can do. But then I guess you could just, with like your finger, just mute, with your index, kind of mute the G string. So. Oh, is that an A? I had it out. I don't want to learn it now. Because I feel embarrassed when I'm trying to learn shit on camera. Like, just now, me trying to do that was too much. Dan Electro is a cool thing. Dan Electro what? Like guitars? Or you mean the pickups? I don't even know if these are Dan Electros. Obviously, they're like the same style, the lipstick style, of course. But I don't know if they're the actual Danos or not. But they sound really good. That's the thing. Like, when I was playing every guitar at Guitar Center that one day, I was just like, all these guitars actually sound really cool with these amps. But like, this was the one that just sounded exactly like I wanted it to sound, as a matter of fact. Like, it just had, but me and Cody were also talking about that too. It's just like, at the same time, Guitar Center doesn't really know how to set up pickups really well. That's why I'm just like, man, sometimes I be wanting to go there just to be like, you guys, like, can y'all just hire me? Because I be knowing more about this guitar shit. Like, if I go to a Guitar Center and your ass don't know who the fuck Eric Gales is, come on, bro. What is you doing? Don't tell me all you do is listen to death metal all day. Get your bitch ass on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That should be making me mad. I hate going to places or being around. I hate feeling like I could do a better job than you if I really tried. Or if I didn't try at all. That'd be my worst. That'd be my biggest pet peeve. Like, I don't like to feel like that. I want to feel like you are efficient at your shit. You know what I'm saying? I was dealing with somebody the other day. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say the place or the time or where. But in the midst of the whole thing, I was just thinking like, you're not professional. I'm actually more professional than you, and you, mind you, it wasn't many words exchanged or anything like that. It wasn't like anything was going on or like it wasn't a customer service or type of thing. It was just literally like you just peep shit out. It's just like you're not professional, bro. Like there's no way me looking like I do, smoking weed all day, playing guitar. You know what I'm saying? Should be have a more professional mindset than you as far as like this is how you should conduct yourself. But whatever. People be weird. Have I ever played a 5150? Yeah, 5150s are cool. I wouldn't play them for like I don't think I would necessarily play them for like Jimmy Tone stuff, but like just overall. But yeah, you can spend a lifetime searching for your sound. Nah, I found my sound in 2017. I've been had my sound. My sound's been found. The difference is y'all think it sounds like Jimmy. It doesn't. I can get close, but my actual sound, I'll be like, I really aim for a midpoint between Jimmy and Eric Gales when I'm on a strat. And then from there, whatever that sounds like through the amp, if I get a guitar that has humbuckers, it should just be like, I should just be able to like play Pantera type stuff if I want to. Not sound exactly like Dimebag, especially like with those extra scoop mids. I'd probably want some more mids in my tone. But yeah, I've been found my sound. Like I don't have a desire to play through anybody else's rig but my own. Like the Tony Battle rig that y'all see and hear and whatnot. That's my favorite rig. I don't want to play nobody. I don't like. I don't. I never wake up and dream like, oh my god, like I wish I could just play through Steve Vai's rig. I wish I could play through Jimmy's rig. I wish I could play through. I'm a million percent content with what I got. Like I know what everything sounds like. I can usually like I know my tone so well that like if there's a factor that I'm putting into it, I can usually tell what that's gonna sound like before I put into it. So what I mean by that is like um, if you give me a certain pedal and it's supposed to do this, like a tube screamer, like if you tell me, hey, play this tube screamer through your setup and the difference between this tube screamer and the other tube screamers is this one does this. 9 times out of 10, I can hear what that does before I actually play it through my rig. And so I have an expectation what I think it's gonna sound like, and it's either gonna meet or exceed that expectation 9 times out of 10. Very rarely am I like ever disappointed because I have an idea. Like I know it's like putting ingredients to your recipe. Like you don't just pick some random shit and just say, well, I actually do that sometimes. But like if you really know what you're making and you making it for people, you're not gonna pick some random shit and be like, I've never used this in this recipe, but you know, not only that, but it doesn't match like the type of food. You know what I'm saying? This is some random ass shit and I'm just gonna put this in here. It's like you wouldn't put pizza sauce in an apple pie, would you? And just experiment and be like, oh, let's just see what this tastes like. It's just like, fuck no. I feel like a lot of times people do that with their gear, and it's just like know what you have first, like so. But yeah, that's my favorite. My favorite guitar rig of all time would easily be the Tony Battle guitar rig from 2018. particularly. No. 2019. 2019 was peak. 2019, Tony Battle Rig was peak. Absolute peak. It didn't get no better than that. Go back to my 2019 videos and compare them to whatever you got on now, on here, or on Instagram or whatever. I feel like that was my best peak tone. And I put that tone up against fucking anybody, honestly. The tone, not my plan. The tone. Because I'm like, nah, I was going to say, but, you can get Jimmy Tone, or could you get Jimmy Tones to the 5150? I mean, I'm sure you could, but it's like a whole different circuit. It's like, can you get Jimmy Tones through like a Mesa Boogie? Maybe, but it's also a different circuit. So like, why? Playing through somebody else's rig doesn't mean you're gonna sound like them. Oh no, I know that. I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is, I don't have a desire to play through anybody else's rig, because what I have sounds absolutely amazing to me. It's like, if you have a certain sound that you are looking for in your head and you achieve that, you don't give a fuck about whatever everybody else has got. This is why I haven't bought guitar gear since 2020. That was speakers. That was some Celestion Alnico Cream speakers. That was the last bit of guitar gear I ever bought. If there's anything, hey Robert, what's up? But yeah, if there's anything, yeah, I just don't care to play it. Like, I know I'm not gonna sound like other people, but what is like, I'm just going to get on their rig just to have fun. Like, oh, yeah, it sounds really cool. I don't know. It just doesn't, you know, it just doesn't appeal to me. But it's cool. Shouts out to the people. Shouts out to everybody else's guitar rig. And then, yeah, never mind. I'm just going to do it. But yeah, I feel like the tone that I had 2019, or even like I say 2019 was a peak, and then 2023 was a decent, but I still feel like I peaked at 2019 as far as tone, just pure guitar tone. Yeah, that was it. That was it. That was the ticket. But yeah, my main thing was to aim for, because I love Eric Gale's in-between tones, those super jangly in-between tones. But like, there's certain frequencies that I don't particularly care for. So my whole approach to tone was dialing in sort of what I like about his tone, but then dialing out certain things that I don't like, and then dialing back in certain things that I want more of. But then like working with that sort of vibe, not like pedal vibe, but like vibe. Working with that in relation to Jimmy-esque gear. You know, so that's kind of how I approached it. It was just like a brainchild of literally using Jimmy type gear or classic gear, and then using really mostly Eric Gale's in-between tones as a template, and then everything else just kind of follows suit. It's weird, I know, but the thing is, like, Eric and Jimmy don't sound alike at all. So, but that's kind of how I did it. It's like, try to get the Jimmy-ish realm with just basically like the neck, middle, and bridge pickups, and then Gale's for in-between tones. or janglies. Like the jangly in between the 2 and 4s, the better. That's what I look for. That's the best way I can say it is jangly. Like I want super jangly. But when I think about it, it's like 2 albums that I think about is That's What I Am. I mean, not That's What I Am. Uh, Picture of a Thousand Faces and Left Hand Brand, Gales. So, yep. And then if I'm playing humbuckers, that's if I'm playing like strats and shit like that. If I'm playing humbuckers or um, anything outside of that, it's just more about what sounds good to me. Like when I'm playing with humbuckers, I don't have like a particular like, oh, I want to sound like this or like that. It's just like there's a crunch and I don't know, it's weird. I just go for what I like, really. But like, I do have people that particularly influence certain aspects of my tone, and that's why I mentioned Eric Gales and Jimmy, obviously. But like outside of that, not really. Uh, yeah, that was always my dream too. Like I used to say I would need like 2 different guitar rigs, and I never realized the versatility of those old Marshall amps or that type of circuit until I started cranking them up. That was part of the debate too yesterday. Like they weren't trying to see that like, you know, this is a very, very, very important thing. This knob right here, the volume knob, the tone. You know, make will what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like to some people it's very important, to some people it's not. To me, it actually is very important. Um, But that volume knob on the guitar, like people just neglect the shit. And it's just like they were trying to say you can't get clean tones at a certain volume on those old amps. I'm just like, I have a whole page literally disproving what you're saying. Like, you're saying that, but like primary source, living proof, videos, Instagram, YouTube, all of that shit. Just saying, you know what I'm saying? With input, I always go in the top left, and I jump the bottom left and the top right. And then, so basically, how I do, back, what up? I'm gonna hit you later today, by the way. My bad. I actually forgot to call you yesterday. I meant to, but I legit forgot. I didn't get caught up in nothing. I just like legit forgot. And actually, by the time I remember, I'm like, God damn, it's like 8 o'clock over here. And yeah. So anyway, but I got you. But yeah. So generally speaking, all 4 of the channels are plugged in. So I got plugged into the top left, jumped bottom left, top right, and then the bottom right plugs into the top left of my super bass. So that's how that goes. That's how that go. So, but yeah, if I'm only using 1 amp though, that sounds like a big ass beat. If I'm only using 1 amp though, it's always top left and then jump the lame as hell. Anyway, yeah, if I'm just plugging through 1 amp, yeah, top right, or sorry, top left, and then jump bottom left, top right. That does everything I need. Cause like I feel like just the top left by itself is slightly too thin. Just the bottom left is sounds a little bit too muddy and almost like there's like a wool over the speakers. Then the top right is a little bit better than the bottom left, but not by much. And then the bottom right is just absolutely like, nah, I'm good. So yeah, just jump them, and then um, both volumes at around. It really depends on the amp because I got the super bass. The super lead I usually have it like 7. No, I'm tripping. I usually had that one at like 8. So I had the first volume at 8, and then the second volume at just above. So like, all right, the way my volumes are set is wherever one is. So wherever the volume 1 is, volume 2 is just a little bit more than that. So it's just like one would be right here, and the other one would be like just like kind of like that. If that makes sense. Just like you notice, you wouldn't even be able to notice the difference. But yeah, it's generally like that. So I don't know why I do it like that. It just sounds better to me that way. Yeah, so when I jump it, that's what it does. Like, it pretty much adds in some more fullness. So like when I was saying the top left doesn't have as much body as I would like, and that's why I jump it. Cause then trying to jump it basically gives me that extra bit of body, and I'm just like, okay, now it sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it does some push-ups or some shit rather than just scrawny and shit like me. Um, oh, we got that live going. Can't stop, won't stop though. Might go live in a little bit. That was another thing too. That was another point of contention when we were talking about the shit too, because they were talking about the bass. Yeah, I never like. Generally speaking, I don't have my bass up much. Like 2 is the most that I have the bass up. Um, and really, I was having the bass all the way down, and I only started dialing in the bass um, mainly because how it works with the vibe. Actually, that's a little Tony secret. That so the reason why my bass is at 2 has more to do with my vibe tone rather than my just straight guitar to amp tone. So it's all like little puzzle pieces that fit, like, you know, that's always, for me, that's the struggle of every bit has to work in conjunction with the other. And if one doesn't, then it's just like, you know, you don't want 2, like if you got 3 pedals, you don't want 2 out of the 3 to do exactly what you want. And then the moment you step on that third one, everything just goes to fucking shit. You want everything to just work. And you want everything to work with each other. Or at least I do. That's how I look at it. So like, all right, the guitar sounds really, really good. Cool. You know, like the pickups, they sound exactly like I want them to. All right. Does everything sound exactly like I want to through the wah? Step 1. Boom. All right, cool. We got there. Through the fuzz. All right, cool. Boom. We got there. Fuzz and wah if I'm playing a solo. Cause I don't fuzz wah like do like wah 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 wah. I don't do like that type of shit. So does it sound cool with both of those? Boom, we good. Now, how does it sound with just the vibe? Oh, it's not sounding as all right. It's not sounding as good as I was hoping for, or like my desired result. Back to square one. We got to do some shit. Like we gotta do I need to adjust some pickups? Do I need to adjust it at the amp? Like where do I need to adjust it from here, the floor, amp? Everything has to work. Like that shit was hard. Getting all that gear and like not getting the gear, but like making everything work, being able to play as loud as I play. That shit was hard fucking work. And now I got to start it all over. Like I'm not in a position where I even have an amp, much less can play loud. So like fuck it. But all that shit. Unique Vibe fan from Korea. Annyeonghaseyo. Shouts out. That wasn't me farting. That was this. Annyeonghaseyo. Sarum, kasarum ne. You ain't think I knew that? Yeah, it's a little. Y'all ain't think I know. Y'all ain't think I know. You got one because of me? That makes me feel great. I appreciate that type of stuff. I appreciate that. Chingu. That's my Chingu right there. My Chingu. My Chingu. My Chingu. Yeah, bruh, yo, you know what? Let's have some story time. Let's fucking do it. We gonna have some story time. How does Tony know any Korean? What the fuck? What does Tony know about Korean culture? What the fuck? I'm a world man. I'm a man of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, literally. But let's talk about it. So back in 2019, or no, sorry, 2009, I used to work at this gym um, called Lifetime Fitness. Now it's called Lifetime Athletic or some shit like that. But anyway, it was in Koreatown in Northern Virginia. So it was a whole bunch of Koreans there, blah, 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 blah. But before that, I had done some Taekwondo. So I know how to count, hana, turo, set, net, dasi, yasi, uga, yada, ahabyo. You know what I'm saying? Yohana Yuduru said in it, Yadasi Yasi. Pronunciation is horrible, but you know, as far as counting. So, oh, you were there? You were there? You went to Lifetime? You know me from Lifetime? Rosalind. Oh shit. Virginia? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Rosalind Lifetime? That's crazy. Yeah, I worked at the one. So in 2009, from 2009 to 2011, I worked at the one in Fairfax. Yeah, the Fairfax location, right across from that, right in that shopping center. There's a Shoppers. Oh, it's the Pan Am Shopping Center. Damn, my fucking memory is the best. Kudos to motherfucking me, nigga. My memory is actually nah. That's not the Pan Am Shopping Center. Pan Am Shopping Center was at Pan Am, but I forget. Like Fairfax Circle, maybe Fairfax Square. I can't remember. Is it Fairfax Circle or Fairfax Square? Anyway, shouts out. Or what is it? Anyanhi Keseo? Or is it Kaseo? Is it Keseo or Kaseo? Anyanhi Kaseo? But yeah, I dated some Koreans too. So yeah, but I was like seeing a lot of Korean dramas. Dong, Iris 1 and 2. But Iris 1 was the best. 2 kind of sucked. But Dong was cool. I haven't seen Athena. I watched like 2 episodes of Athena and I just kind of got tired. It's not as good as Iris. Um, City Hunter. City Hunter. Oh, it's alright. City Hunter is a fuck. I might end up watching City Hunter tonight. As a matter of fact, that is a great show. Uh, the former means goodbye. Yeah. Aninhi kaseo or keseo. One is I'm leaving. The other is you are leaving. And I always get confused because it's been so long since I've like spoke Korean. But yeah, I went through a phase. Yeah, like I'm a man that likes language. I like to communicate. I like peaceful, wholesome, loving communication. So I try to know a little bit of different languages. You know what I'm saying? And Korean just happened to be one of them. I think the phrase I know how to say I love you in like 8 different languages or some shit. I mean, probably like 6 different languages. But you see, that's what I'm about. I'm about the love. Care Bears. You know what I'm saying? I guess theirs is. Shit, that's what we doing. That's how we coming. My man, Korea, that's crazy. Homies from Korea and bought the unique vibe because of me. And was in at Rosalind. That's crazy. Yeah, I love the world, bro. The world is small as a bitch. I love the world. That's beautiful. Shit like that makes my day for real. Like that actually makes me so like I be going through shit in life, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody, you know, we all go through shit in life, but I be really, really going through shit, you know what I'm saying? And that type of shit just I'm about to like tear up for real. Like tears of joy though. Thank you for that. Chuyon Cho, thank you for that. Ah shit. I almost forgot how to say thank you. Come somebody down. Come somebody down. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. What else? Chingu. That was a movie I saw too. That's a really good. But that last scene is. Like every time I watch Chingu, I always turn away in that last scene. But that is an amazing movie. Some other good Korean movies that I've seen. Um, there was that one with the high school kids, and then like at the very end, like there's that big brawl, and then I forget what that was. It's like something high, like Volcano High. That's a really good Korean movie as well. And then they've got two different soundtracks because they like. Yeah, it is. But now City, not City, Volcano High. The thing about Volcano High that I really like is if you know the soundtrack to Volcano, the original soundtrack, not like the Americanized soundtrack that has like Wu Tang and all that shit, but like the original Volcano High soundtrack was all done by a Japanese guitar player named Daita. Daita Ito is his name. And Daita Ito is actually one of my favorite guitar players of all time. He's in a band called, or he was formerly of the band Siam Shade. Siam Shade did the outro to um, the Shogu Amakusa arc for Rurouni Kenshin. So, all right, if you've ever watched Rurouni Kenshin after Shishio, the whole Shishio fiasco, there is a like arc that deals with Christianity and a swordsman who is equally, if not better, than Kenshin. I'll leave it there, right? But anyway, the outro music for that arc was done by a band called Siam Shade. And as a matter of fact, I will play the song now because I also have a cover of that on my YouTube. But and the guitar, it's tuned to E flat, so it goes. Ah, sorry. All right. Anyway, so yeah, so that's how I got onto Daita because my musical, like my part of like the thing that I love about my musical journey is it's directly tied into like my actual life. So like some of my influences come from like some of my musical, like actual musical influences come from other parts of my life that don't necessarily have to do with music. Great example is, to a smaller degree, is I got on to Hall and Oates. Hall and Oates is one of my favorite like duos, songwriting duos especially. And I got onto them because of Soldier Boy, which that's music, but it's completely unrelated music. But it was literally because I was listening to a Soldier Boy song, and then there's a sample throughout the whole song, and that sample for that song is the midsection for Sarah Smile. So like dun, 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 that part in Sarah Smile, that was the sample for the whole song, that Soldier Boy song. And I was like, where did that come from? And I found it out. I was like, ah. So then I finally listened to Sarah Smile, and I was like, ah. And then I just got onto Hall and Oates. But anyway, one of my favorite my actual favorite Japanese band, I only found because of anime. Rurouni Kenshin. And then because of that band, the guitar player became one of my actual biggest influences guitar wise, and my favorite Japanese guitar player. And then the music that he makes ends up being part of, like, I say Volcano High is probably my top 10 favorite Korean movies of all time. So then boom. So one of my favorite, unrelated to them even being part of the soundtrack, if they didn't have anything to do with the soundtrack, that movie would still actually be one of my favorite Korean movies. And even if they didn't have anything to do with the movie, they would still be one of my favorite guitar players. So, but yeah, the band is Siam Shade, Siamshade, spelled exactly like it sounds. Siam Shade, Siamshade. Favorite Japanese band of all time. Actually, I got a bunch of covers over there on this page. So back in the 2000, it was like 2009 through 12 era. Yeah, that's mostly when I was listening to CM. Oh, not when I was. That's mostly when I was playing a lot of their stuff. And when I had the Schecter Japan guitars, I got the Schecter Japan guitars because of him. As a matter of fact, the Schecter Japan guitars, the Tom Anderson pickups, that whole thing, that was all influenced by Daita. Nobody else but him at that time. He was like my favorite guitar player. At that time, I stopped even playing. I wasn't even playing Jimmy at the time. Like, I still had all the Jimmy guitars. And I still even had, like, the SRV, the Japanese SRV Strat. But, yeah, I was just like, yeah. Then I started getting the Dimebag guitars, too. I played that wrong. I always forget what it is. I'll learn it real quick, and then I'll revert to playing it the old way that I used to play it, because it's so much easier because of my muscle memory. It's probably not actually easier, but just because I've been playing it wrong for so long, the muscle memory is just automatically there. So, uh, I'm about to go back in and pack another bowl. Y'all wanna pack a bowl with me? Y'all wanna smoke and chill? Lazy guitar playing. and you guys like Taco Bell, I'm like this close to being to getting my rewards, to getting the fire rewards. I got like $5 more to spend, and then I get the fire rewards. I'm gonna give y'all some secrets. We gonna talk about some food, some food app secrets. First one is Taco Bell. You want to get the Taco Bell app. Why? You know one of my favorite things on the Taco Bell menu is that's still on regular menus? First of all, let's have a moment of silence for the chili cheese burrito. I don't know what I was doing. I was just doing some bullshit. Let's have a moment of silence for the chili cheese burrito. Because that's one of the most epic items that they've ever had, ever. That's number one. Also, let's have a moment of silence for them motherfucking taco salads. Because them taco salads used to bust. For the price, nigga, you get the whole shell. And then, like, that shit used to bust. But anyway, usually get the volcano one. Well, they don't got the volcano ones out here. They don't got no volcano shit out here right now, at least that I've seen. But what you do is, you go on the app, you go on the online exclusives, you get the Cravings box. Why? Because the Cravings box, you can get, this is what comes in the Cravings box. There's more options, but I'm gonna tell you what I get. The main thing that you can get is either a Crunchwrap or a Chalupa Supreme. Then you get like another choice of like burritos. Then you get another choice of some other shit and a drink. This is all for $6. Nigga, it costs more than $6 just to get a Crunchwrap itself. So if you telling me that I can get a Crunchwrap plus a whole bunch of other shit and a drink, $6. Basically less than I would pay for just a Crunchwrap. This is like I will go into Taco Bell and literally spend $15, and that'll be my food for the next 3 days. Cause I'm just like, this is a hell of a deal. Like, yeah, it might be unhealthy, but like, I'm shitting, I'm being active. So like if I was eating like that, that was TMI. People just left. But yeah, if I wasn't being active or nothing, like I was just sitting around all day and not, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no car, so I got to walk everywhere I go. So if I wasn't being active and shit, then yeah, like that probably wouldn't be the best food, but like the best. And then Panda Express is what you do on Panda Express. You get the Panda Express app, build your points, and then you can build your points and get an a la carte small. But I feel like that's stupid because for less points, you can just upgrade a plate to a bigger plate, and then that's the same exact thing. Tony Battle Fast Food Secrets. Get the apps. The apps got all the deals. All the deals. Anyway, there's nobody in here, so I might actually leave. Or you know what? I'm gonna go in, load a bowl, and by the time I load a bowl, if nobody's in this bitch, then we can leave. Oh, you hear it say ain't nobody in here? Well, goddamn. YouTube be lying like a bitch. YouTube hating. Oh, now you in here. See, YouTube hating. Now that see, if you hadn't announced yourself, YouTube would have been like, "Ooh, we gonna make him think like ain't nobody in here." YouTube haters, man. Haters, motherfucking haters, man. But what we got? What we hitting on right now? I feel. Oh yeah, this was some GMO. Yeah, this is GMO and Opal. This is the same thing I was hitting before. So let me show y'all these GMO cookies. We gonna let me take a look at these GMO cookies real quick. Flip this camera. Oops. Focus, man. So normally I wouldn't get greenhouse. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm always smoking indoor. But I took a chance. Y'all see my ashy hands and shit. Ashy. Ashy. Stare into the abyss. Nah, but anyway, normally I would not even give a damn about greenhouse or outdoor. And this is greenhouse. But I took a chance because I'm just like, it's GMO cookies. Hopefully it's good. And honestly, it's not bad. Like you can tell. See, just from here, like that garlic, it smells just like some garlic and onions. It smells exactly like garlic and onions and butt. Yes, butt. Garlic, onions, and butt. But yeah, it hit pretty damn good. Like I legitimately feel like, yeah, like the bud tenders told me straight up, they was like, you basically GMO cookies for that brand is the best you're gonna get. I'm like, all right, cool. So it told me two things. One, I don't want to touch anything from that brand unless it has GMO cookies. And the brand might actually be good. Like I'm not talking down on. Shouts out to what is it, Coastal Sun. Shouts out to Coastal Sun. I hope anybody who's, if you watching this and you work for Coastal Sun or whatever, like I didn't mean to just basically kind of sort of low key talk down because in essence, I kind of did. What I mean is just like for the reason why I got the GMO cookies and Coastal Sun, I think I pretty much found what I'm looking for with the GMO cookies. So I don't need to, go elsewhere, is what I mean. But yeah, the GMO cookies, it basically like grinds up in the keef. I feel like a lot of people who don't have too much experience with it, because I've had a lot, at this point, I've smoked like ounces of GMO cookies. Because on the Australian market, what they do is, all right, take care. Maybe on Facebook, maybe on Instagram, or maybe later on here. We'll see. We'll see. Take care. 안녕히 계세요. But yeah, I've smoked ounces of GMO cookies at this point. Because in Australian market, what they do is like 10-gram jars most of the time. The Australian medical market is they'll do like 10-gram jars. And I've had so many of those jars now. So basically 3 jars is over an ounce. And I've had plenty of jars. Plenty. Because for the longest time, that was like the only strain I would get. At least on the medical market. And then after that, I stopped getting medical. But you know what's wild is like, I hate how uh Castle Dinois, have I had one? I can't remember. I feel like I've had a Castle Dinois. Yeah, I did have a Castle Dinois. It was cool. Did it sound like a vintage wah? No. Or not any. It okay. The Castle Dinois sounded good, but it didn't sound like any of the vintage wahs that I've ever owned. And I've owned about 15 vintage wahs, maybe 16. And out of those 16, two of them were not of the Jimmy era. And what I mean by that is like they were like 1970 TDK wahs. So, yeah. If I was gonna get, if you're wondering, if I was gonna get a modern wah that wasn't a vintage wah, basically, I would get a Venus Witch by Steve at Venus Witch, as I like to call him, Texas Steve. Not only because he's a dear friend of mine, but because he just, he's super passionate about wahs and he just never stops. He's like always. It's really difficult. Why is that? Are they expensive or I don't have one, so but I know Steve and he talks to me and he sends me like videos and stuff. Like Steve is cool. Steve is like family to me, you know, like Steve is real cool. Me and Steve go back a while now, actually. But yeah, Steve's cool as fuck. I like Steve. I really like Steve. He has no plans to make anymore? Oh shit. How long ago did he say that? How long ago was that? Because I feel like he's making them again. I think he had some personal things happen to where he wasn't really able to make them for a while. But I think that that's all done. Oh, that was a month ago? Oh, well, if he said it a month ago, then that's a whole different thing. What I was talking about happened like last year or maybe the year before. I'm not going to say exactly what because I feel like I've already said too much, but he just had some personal things that physically he wasn't able to make them. But I thought he was making them again. I guess I'm wrong. Oh, he works on his friends' walls mainly? Oh, shit. Well, I mean, hey, you know what? Maybe tell him you're a friend of me. Oh, yeah, Glenn makes really good walls, too. Glenn makes good everything. I've never played it all, but I've heard good things. People who I know have the ear say good things about Glenn. So, yeah, check them out. Check out Rising Sun. I think that's his company's name, if I'm not mistaken. You quote me? Yeah. And tell him Tony sent you. And then see what he says. And hopefully that'll work out for you. Hopefully that'll work out for you. But yeah, all right, cool. Let me get this. Oh, good news. Yeah. So you can't go wrong with Glenn or Steve. But I've been saying this for a few years now. If I was gonna play a wall that wasn't a vintage wall, it'd be one of Steve's. But Glenn's, yeah. And I talked to Glenn too, just not as much as Steve. Like me and Glenn have talked quite a bit over the years, but not nearly as much as me and Steve. But Glenn's cool as fuck. Motherfucking wind blowing. Come on, Lynn. God damn. Will you chill? Okay, my bad. Let me fall back. Let me respect. Respect. I'm showing respect. There we go. Y'all see that? I just had to show respect real quick. That's all it was. Oh, that's a beautiful taste. That's a beautiful taste. That's beautiful. Actually, you know what? That second hit tasted like some old school, like, mm, mm, yeah, that's lovely. One thing I love about a good smoke, man, is sometimes you just like, when you exhaling that joint, it's just like, you smoking air. That's what it feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like air with taste. That's great. That's a hell of a combination. Yeah, that's a hell of a combination. Like, I expected the GMO to stone me, not stone me out, but like, GMO doesn't give you as much focus. So like, I expected the GMO to kind of sort of take the focus that I had away. But I think in combination with the opal is a hybrid. The GMO is obviously indica. I almost feel like the opal in combination just like throws that focus into the mix. Yeah, yeah, that's real nice. It's not like amazing, but it's real nice. And I got a nice juicy like right here in my mouth. It's juicy. It's like, you know, when you have a wine that has like a good amount of acidity, and then after you're just like after it's gone down, even minutes after you didn't had the glass or the sip or whatever, you can still just, that's what that does. That's nice. It ain't like, it don't coat your mouth like sherbs do. Which, side note, let's talk about this real quick. Mr. Josh 70, if you're in here, let's go back to permanent marker. Because the great thing about permanent marker is, before I got that, I ended up getting two strains that had sherb in it, which was Rainbow Sherb number 11 crossed with number 11, number 8, and then Wizard Tree's Tea Time And I think everything by Wizardries is basically an RS11 cross, RS11 Rainbow Sherbet. So anyway, I'm saying that to say, when I first had permanent marker, the first thing I thought was, yo, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I swear this tastes so much like Sherb. This tastes more like Sherb than a Sherb. It was weird. And at the time, I didn't know the cross, which now I know it's Jealousy cross with Biscotti, back cross with Sherb. Or is it Sherb back cross, whatever it is. But anyway, so since I didn't know, I was tripping because I'm just like, yo, maybe it's just like how my like body processor or just like what I'm getting and nobody else is getting it, but it just tastes like straight that Sherb weed taste. And if you don't know what the Sherb weed taste is, just imagine exhaling the weed and it basically tasting like Skittles. Not the weed Skittles, but actual Skittles. Like that's what Sherb kind of tastes like. It's like a creamy Skittles sort of vibe, and that's what permanent marker tastes like. It's got that creamy Skittles Sherb sort of taste to it, with a little bit of funk, like with just a tad bit of like just a dash of funk. Like if GMO cookies was the epitome of funk, like GMO cookies funk, the permanent marker funk would be like more over here. It's like just a little dash. So it's way over on the spectrum, but it's still kind of sort of there. So yeah. But this Opal, Maven Genetics Opal, and I mixed it with the Coastal Sun GMO cookies. It's a good mix, but I honestly think it's because GMO cookie you can't really go wrong with GMO. Like yeah, you can't. If you just like heavy indicas, GMO is just the thing. Hell yeah. Yep. It's got a very old school taste. Like mixing those together had an old school taste. It didn't taste like the Opal. It didn't taste like the GMO cookies. It literally tasted like some old school, like 2010 smoke. I mean that in a good way. Hmm. Anyway, but yeah, I'm this close to getting the fire rewards at Taco Bell. I don't even remember the rewards. I remember, yo, and then I seen the rewards used to include was it Nachos Bel Grande, and they took that shit off the rewards because they knew. Because there wasn't nobody else getting nothing but the nachos. But like, nigga, if you told me all I gotta do is every what it $25 I spend at Taco Bell, I get a free Nachos Bel Grande. Shit. I remember what was it? It was the last time I made burritos. I was in Australia. Sorry about that noise. That's the thing. It's The phone is sitting on the bar, and then the bar turns. So I know y'all can hear that. But yeah, the last time I made burritos was in Australia, obviously. And I swear to God, the best part about them was it tasted just like Taco Bell. That's what I loved about it. But I cooked it, and it was better ingredients. So those are the two things I was just like. But that's all that had me thinking like, I like this mainly because I made it, but also because it tastes like Taco Bell. So I don't give a fuck what anybody say Taco Bell tastes good. Fuck. Can't nobody sit here and tell me if you ever had like good Taco Bell. I'm not talking about like you just go up the street and every time you go up the street it be some busters that make the shit, so they don't even really like. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about you go to a Taco Bell and like whoever behind in the kitchen making the shit, they gave a fuck. Like I guess that day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't never had Taco Bell or somebody that day was like, I'm gonna cook these niggas this fucking food like it's a home cooked meal type shit. I done had that, like where you feel the heart and soul, like you feel the heart and soul of whoever made the food, bro. Like you can't look me in the eye and tell me that Taco Bell don't be busting, bro. That should be great. Yo, one fast food place that I used to fiend for, and now that like they're readily available, I'm just like, it's Checkers. Cause I'm from Virginia, and Central Virginia at that, Charlottesville. So like in Charlottesville, obviously we don't have no. Well, they might have Checkers now, but when I was growing up, we didn't have no Checkers. The only place that had Checkers, anywhere I would ever go, was in D.C. and Maryland. Cause we would always go up there because my grandma stayed up there. So like not every weekend, but I say like there's 52 weeks in a year. I said we probably used to go to my grandma's house at least 20 of the 52 weeks in the whole year. So I would, you know what I'm saying, like DC and Maryland, that's like my second home. Even before I started living in that, like the Northern Virginia area, before I left for Australia. But yeah, like DC and Maryland kind of sort of been my second home away from Charlottesville growing up. So yeah, I would always want to get Checkers just because we ain't had no Checkers down there. And now that we do, like now that there's a Checkers close to me, I had it once and I was just like, shit, it's not bad, but it's just not what I remember. I don't know. Maybe I need to have that heart and soul. Man, like maybe I'm just basing off that one, and I need to have that one where somebody in the kitchen was like I was talking about Taco Bell. Maybe that's what I need. But yeah, Jack in the Box, hell nah, I can't fuck with Jack in the Box. They good, like I think for the deals, for like cheap food, they cool, I guess. But like, literally, I had the burger when I had the first Jack in the Box burger. I bit into it and instantly I knew. I was like, this is one step above the burger meat that they used to give us in school. And I hated that burger meat. Or whatever the fuck it is. I hated that shit. So, yeah, I can't fuck with Jack in the Box. And I'm saying that as somebody who, like, supremely fuck with Taco Bell. I cannot fuck with Jack in the Box, bro. What is it? Motherfucking Burger King. Burger King is epic. Burger King is epic tier, bro. Like, I don't get as far as or you know what? I'm not gonna say that. At least in Australia, Burger King is epic tier fast food. Why? Because you got the best deals on the app. McDonald's, for real, like McDonald's is expensive for no reason in Australia. Like the best way I can describe Australian McDonald's is take everything that you know and love about American McDonald's and downsize everything by like a third and make everything just as expensive and rarely have deals. No, really have good deals at that. That's what Australian McDonald's is, or Macca's as they call it. So yeah, I hated that. I never like the whole time I was in Australia. I probably had McDonald's maybe 10 times, and even that was a lot for me. And they must have had a deal going or something like a free Big Mac with like a $15 purchase or some dumb shit like that. Yeah, In and Out. I've never tried In and Out actually. I need to hit that. I think there's one for real. For real, I think there might be an In and Out close to where I'm gonna start working. If I'm not mistaken, I could be tripping though. I could be tripping. I might be tripping. It's either In and Out or see, nah, I'm pretty sure it is an In and Out. So I might have to check them out. But then again, like, we'll see. How you feel about In and Out? Because I be hearing conflicting shit. I be hearing Californians love that In and Out. If you talk down to In and Out, nigga, it's beef. But then I be hearing people outside from California say In and Out is just like some regular ass shit. So like, yeah, they be every yeah, yeah, nah. It's one right where my fries kind of suck. See, my favorite fries, the best fries used to be Burger King way back in the day. They went to ass in like somewhere in the early 2000s or like the mid 2010s or so. They went to ass, but I didn't know until like I went years without having Burger King, and then I had them. I'm like, what the fuck happened to their fries? Like, was I tripping or like, didn't they used to have the best fries? Nah, they did, and then somebody fucked up. But then after them, Checkers or Rallies, Checkers Rallies, same shit. Checkers, in my opinion, used to have the best fries outside of that. And then now, I almost feel like, because I had Rallies once since I've been out here, and I felt like them bitches was just over seasoned. It was like they would have been the best if they'd have had half as much season as they did. So, and then I don't fuck with Wendy fries at all. I do not fuck with Wendy fries. I never fucked with Wendy fries. Like, mm, I never liked extra potatoey fries. That's my thing. I I need some crisp. I need like, and if you're gonna be potato in the inside, I need to be like 30% at max potatoey inside. So I need, and then the potato. You know what I'm saying? Any more, I don't like. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else? What else we got here? Yeah, Taco Bell just be doing it for me. You can't beat them $6 boxes. Like a Crunch Wrap. Like I get two of them boxes. Sometimes I get two of them boxes and the extra free burrito that they give me, cause you know what I'm saying, with them rewards. So like, I literally would come out with a Crunch Wrap, a Chalupa Supreme, two Fale burritos, two things of the cheesy potatoes, two drinks, and an extra if it's free, an extra burrito. All of that, and it'd be like shit, $16, something like that. Which is like, you know what I'm saying? You never really want to be paying that much for fast food. But like that amount of food is gonna literally feed me for at least a day. Really at least 2 days. Especially during the, like whatever time of day. If I get it after like a certain time of day, it's definitely gonna feed me for like 2.5 days. So for $17. Only other way I could come out cleaner than that is if I actually went to the store, bought all the separate ingredients. Sometimes, like now, it would be more expensive because I'd have to buy all my own spices. Like that initial having to buy your pantry shit is expensive as a bitch. It's only as not expensive after you got that initial shit. But I don't have nothing. Like I don't even have my own crib. I'm staying at Airbnb. So like, yeah, that should be extra expensive. So if I really wanted to make my own shit, it would not be one flavorful unless I spend extra money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like spending that $16, $17 for two things of food, 2 days and a half of food or whatever, is the best deal you gonna have. All you gotta do, all right, cool, cool, cool. I'm about to go actually. It's my damn self. Cause one, I'm hungry. I done talk myself up. And it's Dolo live, so I'm gonna catch that too. But yeah, I might come back live in a little bit, do a little thing. I do got a video that I need to edit, so I'll probably be putting out a video. What's today? Oh shit, today's Thursday. Well shit. I guess I'll be editing that video and try to be putting it out tonight or tomorrow morning, if not Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, we're gonna look out for another review, another strain review. All the music and stuff we can do on live, um, or just like old videos I can post and stuff like that. But since I'm not, yeah, we'll get some music stuff going. This page ain't all about just weed, and at this point, it's all about me. And I like smoke weed. I like to play guitar. I like to do a lot of shit. I like to talk about people, communicate, vibe, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Talk your heads off, speak my mind, say my opinions, be right, be wrong, all of that good stuff. So this is what y'all getting. Y'all getting me from now on. So if you don't like me, if you don't fuck with me, that's on you. I don't give a fuck. He the deep beast. It's like, no, I'm just playing. Y'all take care. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.